To the courts now, and self-styled prophets Paseka, Mboro, Motsoeneng and Shepherd Bushiri are battling it out in court. The two are at loggerheads over comments made by Motsoeneng, more commonly known as Pastor Mboro. He alleges Bushiri is involved in a forex commodities scam. eNCA's Tshegohaco Moagi joins us now from the High Court in Pretoria. Tshegohaco, it's easy for me, from the outside looking in to scoff at this, as it's one of those tiffs that are just perplexing, hard to understand, but it drills down to issues of faith for those who are involved in these two churches, and it's a pretty serious tiff between these two pastors. What has come out of court today?
Absolutely, Tula. So it really is quite a test and quite a conversation that they are having at the moment, and they are currently at loggerheads about what has been said by Paseka Motsoeneng, who is a prophet Mboro. That's how he's commonly known. And he has, according to Dalimpofu, who is representing Shepherd Bushiri, he has said that the comments made by Paseka Motsoeneng have been defamatory, things like calling Bushiri a liar and a thief, and also saying that he's a fraudster. Now, Tulas, this obviously comes on the back of a situation where the prophet himself, Prophet Bushiri, had an investment type of company taking place in his church. People invested there, and they say that they have then not been paid back their monies, and the monies have suddenly disappeared. But hearing in court today, Dalimpofu saying that that is not the case, that they were paid back. This particular family says that they invested about 130,000 rand, and they've now been paid back 135,000 rand. So they are calling for Paseka Motsoeneng to remove and retract all the statements that he's made concerning Prophet Bushiri, and they're also calling for him to ensure that the posts that are on his Facebook page are also removed, and for him to apologize. And quite interestingly enough, the defense team, the team for Prophet Bushiri, of course consisting of Dalimpofu, they are saying that should Mboro lose this particular case, he could be expected to pay about 1 million rand. These are not just the legal costs, but also defamatory costs.
Yeah, you speak about his Facebook page, and a lot of what he posts on there has been shared quite widely. He's not relenting, is Pastor Mboro. Just yesterday there was another one where it's a bit bizarre. He's at this eatery in Pretoria during one of the breaks, during the hearings, and he starts accusing the people at the Nando's there of being supporters of Prophet Bushiri. It really is an ugly spat, isn't it?
It is absolutely ugly. It has gotten to a point where even the team, the Bushiri team, saying that he is really ensuring that he consistently says what he says about Bushiri himself. He's also said, the team advocate Dalimpofu, saying that these particular comments, they have requested that Mboro stops making these kind of comments about Bushiri because there's no facts most of the time about what he's saying, but he has refused to actually do so. And Mboro's team, on the other hand, saying, Advocate Gama, really just saying that what is said is being said, and it now cannot be retracted, and there is no confirmation that a lot of people, or a wide ranging of people, have actually seen these posts. So that is the argument that came through from Advocate Gama, who is with Mboro's team.
Right, Tshegohaco, thank you. That last point, of course, talks to one of the elements in that issue around defamation, that you need to have published those statements that tarnish someone's image and basically injure their rights, and as far as their personality rights are concerned. I can tell you now that I don't go to Mboro's church, but I have seen some of the comments that he has made. So I don't know if that adds anything to that issue around whether or not these comments were published widely. And of course, their defense being that what is said is said. And I suppose that talks to whether it is true or not, because that's the other thing that comes into play in the issue of defamation.